Welcome in. This is game number 13 of the Steam Backlog Challenge. This is called Tiny Bang Story, and it's a little cozy puzzler game. And it actually has mini games in it as well. I was pleasantly surprised at how good this was. It just goes to show that you don't need an over-the-top concept to make an actually functional and good game. I have 4 criteria that I'm grading the games on. This is not a grade on overall greatness of a game, but rather on how much value it had to me, personally, in this challenge. Number 1 is the sound. How was the sound quality? Is it nice to listen to? Were there good voice actors? Was the ambiance good? Were the sound effects, not annoying? Was there good music? Number 2, objective or story. Was this engaging? Did I feel something? Was I intrigued about the point of it all? Number 3, fun. How fun was this? Was this enjoyable, or was the game just a major hurdle to my enjoyment? Number 4, replay value. If I completed a playthrough, is it worth revisiting? And if I didn't, is it worth doing a full playthrough of? I didn't add graphics to this list because I didn't think it would be fair in this challenge, as some games have lower quality or style, and I didn't think it would be a fair comparison in terms of grading value of the purchase. And those are my 4 criteria for grading games in the Steam Backlog Challenge. Starting off with sound. I was really impressed with this. The music was really good. It fit the vibe, and the sound effects worked really well. I would give this a 4 out of 5. I would say the reason why it just wasn't a perfect execution is that most of the time the sound effects were pretty good, but they were repetitive, and the flies that are on the screen could get annoying, and there weren't no voice lines. All the characters had kind of grumbles. So I don't know, it could have been better. It could have been 5 potential, but it was just missing that one little element. But other than that, I really enjoyed it. Number 2, objective, not story. There really wasn't much of a story. I mean, there kind of was through the puzzles. You would see things revealed. But honestly, this was a perfect execution. Like I'm saying, you don't need an overly complicated game. You don't need all of these mechanics and everything else to actually have a good game. This just in its package, its small packaging, was functional. It made sense. Everything worked as intended. It wasn't very, buggy, which I'll get to in, the next piece. It was just really good. And so I would say how it worked, one puzzle leading into the next puzzle and surprising you with mini games, and, all for the sake of you're solving an overarching puzzle, was really good. So I would give it a 5 out of 5. I think this game was perfectly executed. Moving on, number 3, fun. Was this game fun? Did it hinder my enjoyment at all? No, absolutely not. I would say, though, that my frustration with it was it being a puzzle game. Some of the puzzles, man, it would bring you to a halt and you needed to step away and you needed to come back and try again. And then sometimes it was a little unclear as to what you were missing. You know, a big part of this is a hidden object game. And so you would be staring at the screen vigorously, looking at every pixel, and still you wouldn't find it. But what I would say is they kind of made up for this because they have a hint mechanic to show you where things are. And you don't get to spam it. You can only use it ever so often. And to kind of help you out while you wait, they have a really clever way of giving you a mini game to play to refill your hint meter. And that's you go run around, you collect these flies. Once you get enough of them, then you can use the hint button again. So I would say 4 out of 5 for this. I love the whimsy. It was very engaging. And I love that even with the most frustrating thing, they gave you a mini game to kind of tide you over. And finally, replay value. Does this game have replay value? Absolutely, it has replay value. If you beat the game, at the end, you can go back and pick a puzzle that you like and just play it over and over and over again. You can just put it on and listen to the music. And matter of fact, they have a jukebox at the end that lets you pick your favorite tune. So if you only like this for the music, if you only like this for a particular puzzle, you get that at the end of the game. It's one of those cozy time killer type experiences. I really want to see this as a mobile game. I haven't really looked into it. Maybe it is, but that would be awesome. I would prefer this over so many other mobile games. Mobile games are trash these days, right? It's just ads and just a money-making machine. There's no good gameplay mechanic there. It's just a numbers machine. It's trash. So I would love this game to be a stand-in for current mobile games. And I could see this going really far as that. And so replay value, very high for me. Going in my favorites, 5 out of 5. All right, on to the ceremony. Wow, I mean, very surprised by this. I think it just it goes to show that you don't need to make a massive game to be a success, Now, okay, I'm speaking from a business perspective. There's other parameters to this, but you can make a game that is good, that is fun, that checks all the boxes. It does what it's supposed to do. It's entertaining. You know what I mean? Without going above and beyond. This was so bare bones, and there were so many little artsy things that were taken into consideration, to really fulfill the mood, if you will. I don't know, man. I really like this a lot. For what it was, I thought this was great. But, so much so. Here we go. Look, we're going to uninstall, of course, but add to favorites. Just wow. Just wow. Such a simple game, and it just did so much. I'm telling you, if you make a good puzzle game with good puzzles, good atmosphere, approachable, flavorful, and it'll win. I'm just putting it out there, being blunt. Did we get the value out of this? Let's see. So we got, I think these were just on sale each. Niflheim and Tiny Bang Story. Paid 93 cents for this game. I played it for 5 hours, this game. We played for 5 hours, going through the puzzles. I even had it on in the background because I like the ambiance and the music. yeah, did we get 93 cents out of this? Of course we did. Of course we did. So if you're going to pick up the Tiny Bank Story today, it's going for $5, and you can get it with its companion app, Niflheim, in the same bundle that I did for $18. I would say even $5 for this game is pretty good. I mean, basically like $1 per hour. I mean, I played for 5 hours, almost 6 hours, you can see here. And yeah, I think it's worth every penny. A really good puzzle game, a really good cozy game. Artistically, really like the style. I just liked everything this had to offer. I thought it was really great, and I think it's good value. That's gonna do it for this one. Really appreciate anybody following along with the series. If you are new, you're just kind of jumping in, click the card at the end. It'll take you to the playlist. You can go through the whole series. I have them all numbered so you know how to stay in sync there. Also, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell icon. You're going to get notified every time I put one of these out. I try to put one out every Sunday on the dot. It's actually part of our backlog challenge rules that I have to post, you know, at a kind of regular cadence. Yeah, if you want to find out what the next chapter is, the next game in our catalog, you're going to have to find out on the next entry. So that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for tagging along. Much appreciated. And this is me, Mucho, signing out.